Hey everyone, it's us, and welcome back to this week's episode of my Best Vintage Life podcast. This is Bridget Morawski, creative director of Baz Brothers Unlimited, a vintage wholesaler based in Fresno and Los Angeles, California. And with me is my co-host, Art Bazarkanian. Say hi, Art.
Hi, guys.
We're currently driving north in the state of California on a buying trip. I'm going to leave out my normal details that I usually do and just jump right into the meat of it because we only have so much time before we get to our destination. Art, would you like to talk a little bit about what we're doing?
Yeah, so last week I was contacted by someone I've done a little bit of business with, not too much, but who has a very good reputation in the business for having really good stuff and just been at it a long time. So he was interested in pretty much liquidating 90% to 95% of his inventory so he can just downsize and just streamline his business into focusing on just a few categories as opposed to everything vintage. So he sent me some pictures and gave me an idea of how many pieces he thought he had. So the pictures looked amazing. Not what I'm used to in terms of someone saying, hey, I have a ton of stuff, I want to sell it. Usually those are in piles, bins, unsorted. Like, the pictures look very good, curated, hung up, clean. So it sparked my interest. But of course, there's always a sticking point of, oh man, how expensive is it going to be? And then the logistics, I'm pretty good at it, so that never really phases me too much. So I told him, yeah, I'm interested. And it just so happened one of my boys had a soccer game in the area, like within 45 minutes to an hour away. So I got to the game early, dropped him off, and he was nice enough to meet me at his warehouse. So I got a chance to see the warehouse, saw the merchandise, just like I anticipated. Really clean, higher quality stuff. Not much trash per se. A lot of the categories that I work with, and the only thing that really was a negative for me at that time was the fact that I don't think he had a grasp of the amount of inventory he had. I think he had overestimated it close to by maybe double. So, and that was something I had to kind of delicately let him know that I'm not haggling on price. I'm just haggling on the fact that I don't think there's that many pieces there based on the size of his warehouse and the way things were organized, that it was unrealistic to think that many pieces were there. So I told him I was interested and I'd let him know in a day or two. So I talked to my brother and I was like, you know what, instead of pulling the trigger on such a big deal, I'll have him fly up there and take a look. But it didn't seem like it was gonna happen anytime soon because he couldn't get away from LA.
Right.
So I called him back and said, look, I like your stuff. I'm not gonna downplay it. I think it's great stuff. But the price you came up with was based on you thought you had this many pieces. And unfortunately, it really isn't. And, I've been doing it a long time. And then without me saying anything, he realized, you know what, you're right. But he didn't go down 50%. He went down 30, 40% in terms of what he thought he had. So, and I still think it's more pieces than he thinks. But ultimately it comes down to, price per piece. And that's why I was comfortable with it, even though now it's still not accurate in terms of how many pieces he thinks he has. But the price per piece, even if I think of it where it's half what he thinks, so I just double my cost per unit and I'm still safe.
I think you said that wrong.
I think there's still less pieces than he thinks.
Oh, you had said more.
No, I think, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So I really still think there's less pieces than he thinks.
He thinks he has more than what he actually has.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like he reduced it once, but I just didn't want to.
You still think it's too much.
Significantly, yes. But so even if it's half what he thinks, all it does is double my cost per unit, and the cost per unit was already fair enough to where I didn't it's fine if I think about it this way or that way.
This isn't like basic vintage. This is good shit. You know, this is...
Yeah, it's the best of the best stuff.
It's curated. It's...
yeah, that's the perfect word for it.
You know, a lot of times with these take-all deals, there's going to be a lot of fallout. I don't feel like that'll be the case.
No, I told them I think there'll be 5 to 10%, which is nothing compared to our normal 30 to 40.
Right. Now, do you want to talk about like the major subcategories or subcategories that you're the most excited about?
I'm most excited about leather jackets, beautiful motorcycle jackets. The t-shirt grade is phenomenal. The sweatshirts, the belts, the Red Wing shoes, it's some of the coolest stuff.
I was gonna say I'm excited for short sleeve sweatshirts.
I know you are. And then you'll be happy that there's lots of dresses as well.
Yeah, which that was unexpected.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of.
I thought he had much more of like the unisex thing going on, like gender neutral. I didn't know that he had femme pieces, so that's exciting.
Yeah, and a lot of something that we don't do much of, but we just might have to, is like we're going to be doing, like there's a lot of handbags and purses and all like, 80s, 90s.
What brands?
Dooney.
Oh, fun.
Coach. Cute. And then there was another one that I hadn't heard of that he mentioned that I guess is popular.
Okay.
So that's why you're with me. You're the guru. So again, it's exciting. It's so we're driving up. Me and Bridget are driving up in my car, and then I have our 2 helpers, workers, employees. They're driving up kind of like a U-Haul truck because I wanted to get in and kind of do a quick cleanup in a sense and make it accessible because most likely, depending on how today goes, it'll either be a 53-foot truck to come and get the rest, or possibly, if I can figure it out, maybe a 24, or make 2 trips. And it still comes out cheaper because when we quoted out how much it is for a truck to come and do what we needed to do, stop in Fresno, get all the big large boxes we need, the rolling racks, because 80% of this is on hangers. So you don't want to damage things that are already hung up.
Are the hangers included in the deal?
They are, and they're
cool.
very you'd like them because they're very uniform. All the bottom hangers are all the same. All the clothing hangers are all the same. I would say 90%. Like I said, he's got a very good eye, not only just in terms of what he picked, but also how he curated his space. And the reason I wouldn't say aggressive, but I wanted to be fair to him because he has a very, very strong client base, and he sees a lot of clients. So instantly people are calling him for appointments, and he's like, he's being fair just like I'm being fair. He's like, he's telling his clients, I'm sorry, I'm in the middle of relocating, no appointments.
Are any of his clients our clients?
They are.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, and they speak highly of him, so it's just, and his stuff.
So I wonder what they'll think when they see some stuff. They'll know.
Like 40% of it, my brother's already pre-sold, which is amazing.
Okay.
So, or not, I wouldn't say pre-sold, but someone is very interested in taking all those pieces.
And then monetarily, is this up there for you, or is it kind of average in terms of the spend?
The spend? It's not, no, by no means is it our biggest buy, and it's not a average buy. I would say it's just a little above.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you feel comfortable?
I do. It's...
well, it's not a stranger.
I didn't feel comfortable when I left there. I liked everything, but I just was trying to figure out how can I make the numbers work, because that's what it comes down to, right? It has to be profitable after you do all the work.
Well, I mean, if it were me, I would have everything counted before I wanted to try and sell everything. That's a lot of work, I guess.
That's like a huge thing I would tell anybody who's looking to, like, even, I don't care if you have 1,000 pieces or 60 pieces. If you're looking to move something, make it easy for the person to buy. Like, have an idea of, I have 60 pants, I have 40 jackets, I have 30 shirts. And so in their head, they can figure out what they can pay you. And that's what I asked prior. I said, hey, do you think you can kind of have a rough idea of how many pieces of denim there are, how many jackets there are, how many shoes there are, and how many accessory type items you think you have? and he couldn't do it. You know,
well, and a lot of people just have absolutely no idea what their inventory is. I'm not saying all of you listening, but I know for quite a few of you struggle with it and you just don't know how to keep track of it. So maybe this is a good lesson to learn from.
Yeah, because the way I look at it is this. He thought he had 100,000 pieces, right? Okay, so if he has 100,000 pieces in the space that he has, that would mean that we have 10 to 20 million pieces.
Yeah, that's...
So you know what I mean? So that's why it's...
kind of crazy.
And we might.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Well, it's very hard.
What if you're going to count zippers? Just in zippers alone, we have like a couple 100,000.
No.
So, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So I was trying to be very fair, but like I said, when I left there, I wasn't like, oh man, this is a home run. I was more like, okay, this has potential if he's willing to work with the true quantity that he has. So I never said anything about the price per piece. I never said anything that his price was outrageous. I just said, I don't think you have as many pieces as you think. I go, based on my experience, this is what I saw. And when I was there, I was counting my mental math, seeing, okay, this rack has this many X, so this, and then I would extrapolate, okay, this rack is equivalent, and then I kind of got an idea of how many pieces. And then there was still pieces that I couldn't get to, that I ballparked, and that's why, you know, like I said, he thinks he has more because maybe they're hidden underneath things, because when I pushed aside racks of pants, there was bags and bags full of t-shirts, and he's like, oh yeah, I forgot about these. So they're just tucked away in
graphics?
Yes.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, so I mean, so my brother didn't have to fly up there. We're moving on it just like he wanted. He wanted this thing to be done in 3 weeks. I'm getting it done in less than a week. So it's a win-win.
What's my role today? What role will I play?
You're going to be counting all the cash.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding.
Like I already did on the highway?
Yeah. No, you're going to be... he has a lot of dead stock, and he has a lot of fabric, and there's also women's like dainty things that I don't want to put in the big truck. So that's why we brought this car, so we can load those things nicely.
Oh, excuse me. That's all included?
Everything's included. There's even more stuff. It's included if I want it, according to him, but I don't have to take it. Like, he has a lot of mid-mod stuff.
Furniture?
So, yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And then, like, old antique radios, suitcases, like a lot of prop stuff.
Okay.
A lot of decor. So.
All right. Well, this will be fun.
Yeah, I'm very excited. You know, we got an early start out of Fresno, and it looks like it's raining up north.
We've had early rains this year. It's really, really nice. Definitely need it this time. I mean, there are a lot of wildfires burning, but just to have the air quality we've had has been really nice. It's been really humid. It feels like I'm back on the East Coast, but I tell you what, when you're used to that high heat, a nice humid day feels good. Fills those wrinkles in.
Oh, I have a lot of filling to do.
Let's see. What else did you want to talk about in terms of the bike?
Oh, well, you know what? There's a few of our listeners who are in similar situations that I know of, and they've contacted me directly. And I've tried my best to give you insight and how to kind of take that mental pressure off you. And like I said, don't overthink the situation and be ready. Like, I guarantee you, this gentleman has paid way more for some of the items than he's selling them to me for. But he is smart enough to understand that it's about averages, and it's about a fresh start, and it's about getting a big chunk of change to be able to start over.
It's a hard thing for people, though.
Yeah, but that's the part I respect most about him, is that he gets it.
Well, and he's wholesaling. He's wholesaling.
Yeah, but he's normally not a wholesaler. He's
right.
But
what I'm saying is, we've done an episode. We did a bonus episode on taking the risk and wholesaling. But I was just talking about this with another client. It's like some people just are.
Yeah,
what he called them. He called them hoarders without borders.
Yeah, hoarders without borders. Yeah. So,
I mean,
get yourself ready. Be honest with yourself. Do you really want to sell all your stuff? If you're wishy-washy, it's not going to be successful. Commit to it. Own it. I want to start over. I don't want to sell dresses anymore. I'm going to sell all my dresses. I don't care. First person that comes gives me $3 straight across, $5 straight across. Take it. Yes, you paid $12, $15 for some of them, but move them all, be done. Hopefully you've made your profit, and now you're like, okay, I'm done with dresses. I only want to sell jeans, and that's it. Or vice versa. Whatever the category is. And just be ready and be done with it. You know? It might not be the home run that you're thinking, but there's nothing wrong with a double or a triple. And it just gets that mental clutter out of the way, and you can be successful doing something else. You know, and he's got a vision already. Like, he's got a plan what he's going to do next, and like, I applaud him for that. You know, he's not getting out of the business, he's just changing his business, which is admirable.
Am I going to be able to take any pictures or video or no?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I guess it's kind of like...
I mean, he asked me, do you want me to tell all my customers you have it so they can come to you?
Oh, so he's not going to be like paranoid or anything?
Not at all. And I asked him, I'd prefer you didn't.
Oh, okay.
You know, and maybe I'll change our mind, but at that time I hadn't discussed it with you because, you know, maybe you know how we are kind of exclusive. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
So not everybody shows up at the door.
Well, I feel like our biggest crossover clients are Japanese clients, correct?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so that's good.
Yeah.
It's not like...
No, they usually visit
New California
us,
people.
us on the same visits.
Yeah, right.
You know, a lot of our friends, well, you know, we have a lot of friends that have mutual clients, and they get different things from each one, and they don't, you know, most of the Japanese have gotten to the point they don't play you against each other as long as you've set that boundary. In the beginning, they would say, oh, but I bought this over here for this. I can buy, I'm like, well, then go back over there and buy as many, but here, this is the price.
Yeah.
It takes once or twice, and then you've created a polite boundary in a sense. It's like, you know, and they have to respect that because not everybody has the same expenses or gets things for the same price. If you want it, there's your fair price. Here's your shine.
Well, the exciting thing is, rain bands. On the way home, we're going to do like a post discussion on everything we saw, so we're going to make that this week's bonus episode. So if you're interested in becoming a patron, you can do so at patron.podbean.com/mybestvintagelifepodcast. And if you join at the $5 level, you get access to 2 bonus episodes a month. Right now, our back catalog is over 30 episodes, getting close to 35. Lots of extra hours of content there. You also get a shout out for your person and or business. And you get to ask Art a burning question if you want to. He'll answer it on the air, as well as access to all those bonus episodes. So that's our $5 level. So if you are interested in our post dig, well, it's not really going to be a lot of digging, but our
no digging.
Post-processing conversation on our way home back to Fresno, sign up for the Patron program if you haven't already. And if you want to sign up for our ad level, that's a 30 to 60 second ad read twice a month. You can sign up for that as well. That's $20 a month, and that also gives you all the access.
Looks like it just rained here, and it's raining all around us.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah. All the access to the bonus episodes. So you're excited?
I am excited. You know, it's I look at it as it's going to save me a lot of time in getting, I mean, the inventory itself, and it's like when I discussed it with you, this would, like, if somebody was to open up a shop,
yeah, it would be amazing.
This would be like, wow, here's the perfect starter kit in a sense. You'd have inventory for 2-3 years, easy, and it would be, I mean, you would rival some of the best vintage shops in New York, LA, anywhere, because of the quality of the goods. So
why do you think he reached out to you?
Well, there's not too many people in the business now, unfortunately, like, that can do it. And I think reputation, just, you know, we treat people fairly. And then, you know, and he saw how I dealt with him when he brought stuff down.
Yes.
You know.
You mentioned that, right?
Yeah, we had a few transactions where I was requesting things, and he brought them down on his way down to LA or to do a show. And he was just like, this is about it. He goes, this is about the easiest transaction I've had in my life. Oh. You know, you didn't haggle on price, you didn't do anything. I said, well, no, I told you what I was going to pay for each category. I'm like, why am I going to change my mind, that's not right.
Yeah, and I guess in terms of geography, it doesn't get much easier, you know, other than maybe somebody in San Francisco.
Oh, no, nothing beats that Los Banos one.
No. I mean, for him, though, it's not like has to ship it all or anything.
Right, and it's the ease of it, too. It's like, okay, yeah, he could sit there and sell it over the course of the next 6 months to a year, but he just wants to move on, you know, and he could make more money, obviously, doing it because you're getting more per piece, but then you're still going to be stuck with something. And a lot of the stuff that he's got isn't in high demand right now, like a lot of those accessories. So those are something like we're going to probably end up doing our cool lots with, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it called?
Our special lots?
No.
What?
That funny thing I would say all the time.
The Megalink.
Megalink!
No, not that loud. Oh my god. Megalink, yeah. And don't forget to check out the Megalink for our current fall offer. Soon I'll be adding a soft pant lot. We have up to size 3X in those. That's super exciting. It's dead stock cotton soft pants. We'll be doing heavyweight flannels as well. A lot of you.
The linen stuff?
And yeah, I'm trying to figure that one out. And maybe some denim, some like lightweight denim maxi dresses. Kind of just playing around with some ideas in my mind. But, you know, it's still warm in a lot of places, so I'm trying to do transitional. I'm not like trying to sell sweaters right now or anything like that, so keeping it simple. But I should do some ad reads, huh? Let me just open up our ad reads really quick and hope to not get car sick again.
Sorry.
Art was like, can you count some cash? And then I looked in the bag and I was like, oh my god. At one point in time he says, the sheriff's next to you, put it down.
Well.
I'm like, oh, great. Oak City Vintage is a community-curated vintage shop in Oklahoma City showcasing the best local vintage sellers and makers in apparel, accessories, and home decor. Our goal is to create a joyful and easy shopping experience for our customers. We carry a variety of styles from dresses to blouses to tees and denim, all ranging from the 40s through the 90s. The shop strives to bring a one-of-a-kind shopping experience so you can feel good and look good while supporting local businesses and keeping beautiful goods out of the landfill. New arrivals are added to the floor and website weekly, so there's always a chance to find your next treasure. OakCityVintageOKC.com. That's OakCityVintageOKC.com. So if you're in the Oklahoma area or if you're passing through Oklahoma, stop by and see Oak City Vintage. That's a smart reseller right there. She's been taking advantage of our lots and keeping her store stocked with lots of goodies. So
it takes stress off. You don't have to worry about where am I getting this, where am I getting that.
Yeah.
It frees you up time-wise.
Elwood Vintage was opened in 2016 with a dream and 3 t-shirts. 6 years later, Elwood Vintage has that perfect piece for every occasion. Put on an Elwood Vintage tee and hear the loud guitar screaming, feel the drums beating, and you singing your heart out at your favorite 80s rock concert. We have that Buttersoft biker tee that will take you back to your first motorcycle ride with the wind in your hair and 0 Fs given. Visit ElwoodVintage.com. Don't forget about that perfect crisp pair of vintage jeans to jump into in the morning. When you buy vintage, you are buying more than clothes.
You owe me ice cream.
You are buying the memory and the good vibes that come. Elwood Vintage. Wear them till they melt off. I never made an ice cream bet with you about the rain.
Anytime it rains in Fresno before October, you owe me ice cream, remember?
No, you said August. August is a stretch. 3 Marguerites, resellers of curated finds on eBay. Antique, vintage, contemporary. Hand smock dresses on Sunday mornings. Pearl snap shirts in the same dance hall where Grandpa waltzed Granny. A Shetland wool sweater keeps you cozy around the campfire. Sorry, it's hard for me to read these while we're driving. Chicken soup and the price is right under an heirloom Afghan. We hope you'll find these memories and more in our eBay store.
Man, soup sounds so good right now.
I know. 3 Marguerites gladly ships overseas purchases through the eBay Global Shipping Program. That's ebay.com/str/3 Marguerites. And thank you so much to those ad patrons for your patronage. We really appreciate it.
Yes, we do. Thank you so much.
And to all our patrons, thank you.
These mics that are clipped to your chest hair feels great.
I clipped Art's mic on and I think I grabbed some hair when I did it.
But it's staying really good that way. I can't move.
All right, so I think we're getting close, yeah?
Yeah, I think we're like 20 minutes away.
Oh, okay, so we have a few more minutes. We're at 24 minutes, so Is there anything else you wanted to add?
No, I think we'll just add to it when we're there.
Okay, well.
Can we do that? Or no?
I mean, it's his space. I don't know what he is and isn't comfortable with, and you're going to be dealing with the guys, and they're not necessarily good at knowing to zip it when we're recording stuff.
Oh, that's true.
You know, I'll be doing a TikTok, and then they see me recording, and they just like
get the tape gun,
whiz by with the fork. I mean, they're just doing their job, but sometimes it's like, guys,
pallet jack, yeah.
The tape gun gets me. I'm like, guys, come on, just like give me 5 seconds.
On the phone.
I'm trying to think if there was anything I wanted to throw in to the find. Well, this is, I guess, I don't know how many trips like this you and I have done, but this one is a little different, and I'm excited for it. I think because it's organized,
yes.
It kind of takes a load off, you know, like I didn't feel like I needed to put on like a jumpsuit to come up here, you know, like the furniture where I was dressed like,
or like
COVID before COVID.
and you didn't know what to expect, but there is an element of unknown here too, though.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know what he has, but I know at least that he has pride in his inventory and pride in his space.
Yeah, like see the last trip.
Like I would give anything to have a space that organized.
Oh yeah, but you know it's easier to organize something small.
Right.
And what's funny is he doesn't think it's organized, really.
Well, maybe he's like me.
Yeah, he is well groomed.
Well groomed, yes. No, that's true. So yeah, that's pretty much it, I think, for now.
Yeah, I mean, the last trip I went on, I was digging in dirt, feces, had a tropical storm coming by, had to borrow somebody's car to move a pallet.
Oh, Texas?
Huh?
Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
no, this is not
like
a treat.
I mean, the only thing that would be better is if, you know, able to just not have to drive back after a day like that.
I know, there's a great mini golf course nearby.
Yeah, so that's probably the only drawback.
Yeah, well.
But you do what you got to do.
At least we're able to drive there and back in the day, and it's not too bad.
Yeah.
All right, my friends. That's it for now. So if you're interested in hearing a little bit more feedback, we will be doing so on this week's bonus episode, which we will record.
Are you going to be doing anything on Insta?
On the way home. Yeah, I will, now that I know that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So stay tuned. Well, by the time this comes out, the stories and stuff will be gone. But maybe I'll do a TikTok or something. I don't know. I also kind of want to be in the moment, so.
Be in the moment, yeah.
Yes. All right. In the meantime, my friends, stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy, be kind.
Don't be basic.
And don't be basic. Bye.